to fund it. That is why Fund Your Liberation comes after what will the sovereign Biafran nation looks like when we get Biafra. We all know we are developers, you know, although that some of these misguided Afonja seeds have started using that. Maybe they think maybe they are using that word developers to mock we the Biafran people. But for a fact, we are developers because we are people that love good things of life. We are people that love life and also respect life, of which wherever we go as a people, we try as much as possible to make sure that life is being given to that particular geographical zone anywhere we find ourselves all over the world, of which the testimonies are all over the places. For Nigeria to be whatever Nigeria is today is the effort of the Biafran people, and they know quite well that immediately we optioned out from that demonic union, there's nothing like Nigeria anymore. They are afraid of us, and that is why they are coming against us with so much attacks from different places, through their bigotry, through their hate, through their blackmail, even through killing, trying to annihilate us all from the surface of this planet Earth. And that is why we, the Biafran people, are standing against such ideologies that is being confronted, that we are being confronted on by the Nigerian terrorist government. We know Biafra is going to be a place that everyone on this planet Earth would like to come and see what is happening, of which our supreme leader have also prophesied it in the past, that a time will come, the whole world would like to come and see what is happening in Biafra land. Biafra will never and will never ever be anything like Nigeria. Biafra is going to be a land where laws will be respected. It doesn't matter whom you are. It doesn't matter if you're a rich man. It doesn't matter if you're a middle class man. It doesn't matter if you're a poor man. It doesn't matter if you're a politician. It doesn't matter if you are a king. It doesn't matter if you're a chief. It doesn't matter whatever you think you are. The rule of law, because that is the most important thing. Because a country that cannot respect its own law has already planned to fail. And that country will surely fail. And that is what is happening in Nigeria today. Because if you look in the civilized world, in the developed nation, they respect their law. It doesn't matter whom you are. If you go against the law of the land, the law will hold you accountable. That China is beautiful today is because the Chinese are holding their laws in a high esteem. As a politician in China, if you even receive gift, it's not that maybe it's gift, just common gift that you receive gift. Somebody just come and say, okay, thank you for your good work and give you a gift. They will prosecute you. And if care is not taken, they will sentence you by hanging. And there's a reason why they are taking their law serious, because that is the foundation of their nation. Once a law of any country crumbles, that nation will surely crumble. It's not like Nigeria, where APC will tell you if you steal in PDP and you cross over to APC, you'll be forgiven. Now they have now changed the law of the country. They have now put aside the law of the country and start using their own party laws to run the country. And that is why you see a lot of corruptions. That is why you see a lot of killings. That is why you see a lot of abandoned infrastructures. That is why Nigeria is not moving forward. They will go to World Bank, they will borrow money, and they will inflate the market with that loan they have collected for their own selfish interests. They will now inflate the market for you to pay that loan for them. And that is how inflation sometimes comes in a corrupt society and overwhelm the economy of society. And that is what is happening in Nigeria. They will tell you 21 trillion, 50 trillion, 122 trillion, 500 trillion is missing from the national treasury in that country. How come? And nobody is raising any eyebrow. A country where the police will present its budget to the Senate, and some cabals in the Senate have a different budget, while others have a different budget. Such country can never move forward. And Biafra will never be like that. Because there's a reason why we always hit on our laws. Even during the time of our trials and tribulation, when some people that think that they are above the law to override and bring down the Biafran Republic government in exile, we stood on our existing law. And that law has been what has been keeping this movement alive. That law is the template that our former prime minister always talked about before he was, unjustly imprisoned in Finland. That is the template. Because if you go out of that template or from that template, everything, all of your plans will crumble automatically. Biafra is a place that human rights will be respected. Biafra is going to be a place where human rights will be respected. Not like Nigerian government, not like Nigeria, where the corrupt politicians doesn't respect human rights. They don't care. In Biafra land, human rights will be respected. In Biafra land, women will be respected. Not in Biafra land, not in Nigeria, where Akpabio is molesting the old women in the National Assembly. And when they try to raise their voice, Akpabio will use the corrupt military and police to suppress the women. Women will be respected in Biafra land. In whatever office women are working in Biafra, they will be respected. Nobody is going to take advantage of the Biafran women the way they have been taking advantage of them in Nigeria. Because when you uphold these three things that I've just mentioned in the nation, you have a good and viable nation. Because women are protectors. That is why they say behind every successful man, there is a woman. There's a reason for that. If you don't respect your women, you are not going anywhere. We used to see videos where the corrupt Nigerian police will be hitting women because they refuse to bribe them, because they refuse to yield to their advances. They use the guns that were supposed to be used in protecting these women and children. They use it to kill the women and children.
Exactly. Thank you.
Video evidences are all over the places. In Biafra land, if you molest any woman or you try to use force on any Biafran lady or woman, you will be prosecuted according to the law and you must pay the price. Because our women must be protected in Biafran land, not what they are passing through in Nigeria today, where corrupt organizations have weaponized employment for exploitation, to exploit women, to sexually exploit them. Today, our daughters, when they go for job interviews, the managers The HRMs would like to take advantage of them before they give them those jobs. Even sometimes they take advantage of them, they will not give them those jobs. Those things will not happen in Biafra land. And in Biafra land, the resources in Biafra land will be used to manage the affairs of the Biafran people, because Biafra land belongs to every one of us. Biafra land is not going to be like Nigeria. When they come to suck the oil from our land, at the end of the day, they cannot account for all the crude oil sales they have made. You cannot tell Nigeria now to account for over 60 years that they have been sucking that oil. But for them to come and account what they have used the money made from these resources to achieve in Nigeria. No. They have not developed any new city after the British colonial bandit left. They have not. And we know in Biafra land, those resources will be used to build infrastructures. It will be used to build schools, build well-equipped hospitals. Hospitals that will be international, it will be an international standard, where the Biafran people will not be worried of traveling abroad for treatment, where the politicians in Biafra land will not have the right or even the privilege to go abroad for treatment. Everybody will be treated in Biafra land. Not like Nigeria, that have hospital in Aso Rock. But whenever Shetima is sick, the terrorist leader, he will go to Saudi Arabia, or he will go to Turkey, or he will go to UK for treatment. When the Jagaban, the drug lord, is sick, it's either he goes to France, or he goes to Turkey, or he goes to UK for treatment. And so on and so forth. That will not happen in Biafra land. And I'm so happy that in our charter, the voice of the people reigns supreme. We, the people, are the people that are going to dictate for our government, not them dictating for us. Because in the same country and in the same society, the citizen comes first. Because anybody that is being elected into political offices, or a political office, is going into that office to work for the people, not work for himself and his family. He's going there, he's a servant, not a boss, to lord him or herself over the people that have elected him or her to chart their course for them. So there are a lot of good things that will happen in Biafra when Biafra finally gains its sovereignty as an independent nation. Biafra will never be anything like Nigeria. We all know already. And for this Biafra to come, we need to do the needful. We need to fund it. You need to fund your freedom. We've been saying this thing for a very long time. Now is the time for every one of you out there to join and support what Biafra Republic Government in Exile is doing. They have been doing tremendously well all this while. That everybody, that the United States of America is talking about the genocide of Christians in Nigeria today, and also the rumor that is flying all over the places now that Nigeria, that the American government is thinking of a two-state solution where Biafra will have their own country, while the terrorist Fulani will have their own place in the north. is because of what the Biafran Republic government in exile have been able to achieve all this while. And it's not that maybe we are saying it here. It's all over the news. The Nigerian brown envelope corrupt media, they are the one publishing it. They tagged it diplomatic war between the Biafran Republic government in exile and the Nigerian government. No other government, they have not mentioned any other government that have been lobbying for the recognition of the Biafran people in Washington, D.C. Just only the Biafran Republic government in exile have been the only entity that is being recognized by the Justice Department of the United States of America as the political entity fighting for the Biafran people. They have not recognized any other person. You out there that is shouting that you need Biafra, why are you not supporting what Brig is doing? You that is out there protesting that you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, why are you not supporting what Briggy is doing? Because what Briggy is doing is what will bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out from that place. What Briggy is doing is what will bring Mazi Simon Ekpa from that place that are being held. Why are you not supporting it? Why are you putting your own personal interests ahead of Biafra? I thought we all agreed that it's going to be Biafra first. Just like how our leader taught us, our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It has to be Biafra first. Then when we get Biafra, if you have any reservation regarding anybody or anything anybody has done to you, then you go to the court and sue the person in Biafra land. And they will summon both of you to come and explain yourself. We should be focused. The time is now for us to get our freedom. If you fail to utilize this opportunity that God has given to us through the Biafran Republic government in exile, if we fail to utilize it to our own favor to get our freedom, we will suffer for another 1,000 years. I know some people will say, God forbid. That's just a fact. You cannot put a seed in the ground and go to sleep. Instead of you to be waking up to go and be watering the seed, you are sleeping and you expect the seed to germinate. It will not germinate. It's not a rocket science. It's not a course. It's just the fact. If you don't water that seed, the seed will not germinate. So now is not the time for every one of you to fold your hands. Especially those of you that are saying that you are still sitting on the fence, standing on the fence, waiting for our supreme leader to come out before you start doing what you're doing. Waiting for our prime minister to come before you start doing what you're doing. They cannot come out. They will never come out if you don't start supporting for them to come out from that place that they are. If you don't come out and start supporting what Brig is doing. Because the issue of Biafra is no longer an organization thing, is no longer something of a one man, of an individual. It has become government speak to government, and it is only the language that the Biafra Republic government in exile is speaking through their lobbyists and through their lawyer in Washington, D.C. that will trigger the release of Mazi Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. If it is possible for them to come out with Jimako, with all your English that Jimako has been blowing in that Nigerian court, with all your English, all of them, both Maswell, that one will come with Afanudikewu, he will come and he will speak. Why haven't they released Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Why haven't they released Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? With Ezekomel, with the whole son, Agbai, all those ones that came, that they will bring him out. Why didn't they release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Because the issue of Biafra and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have passed the stage of organization. Our former prime minister foresee these things. That was why he optioned that to create a government, because he understands that it's only through that aspect That is where the Nigerian government will get the desired pressure to free them. And the pressure is already coming. The pressure is already coming. The Nigerian terrorist government, they are worried. Because now, some congressmen and women are now proposing to divide Nigeria. And those are the kind of pressure that will release our supreme leader. And any other person coming to tell you, just forget that person. Go and read about freedom fighting. Go and read. They will, if not that the South Africans stood their ground, do you think Mandela would have died in prison? Do you think they would leave him? Patrice Lumumba, didn't you see how they ended? Kwame Nkrumah, did you see how they ended? And so many of them. You think that maybe fighting for freedom is just when you wake up in the morning, you go to area market, you see, because if you at the end of the day, you collect money, you come back, you feel that is freedom. That is not freedom fighting. The oppressors will never let you breathe. And that is why the Nigerian terrorist government have to bring out $9 million to fight against what Briggy is doing in Washington, D.C. Because if what Briggy is doing in Washington, D.C. is not that serious, do you think that Nigeria will bring out $9 million to go and counter the obvious truth in Washington, D.C., of which they have failed already? And they were boasting about it. That their budget in their lobbies, their budget of their lobby strength is more than the Biafran people. They even said we are paying $66,000 US. But they know where they came up with that figure. Because we don't tell them what we are doing. They don't know what we are doing. Now they are running helter-skelter. They went to connive with New York Times to spew up rubbish that the screwdriver in Onitsha is what influenced the decision of President Donald Trump to strike the terrorists in Sokoto and in Zamfara State. That one didn't fly. Now they have sent all their agents, the ones that are shouting that they are going to visit NNAMDI KANU say this or say that. They are the ones that NNAMDI KANU said they should listen to. Because they know what is coming. Whatever reaction that you are seeing out there is coming from the pressure in Washington, D.C., of which the Biafran Republic government in exile have been able to trigger. They are trying to, to suppress what the Biafran Republic government in exile is doing in Washington, D.C. All these things that you are seeing happening all over the places. Some people now want to sit down and say, okay, when the call comes, they are the one in charge. Even the ones that fought against this sit at home are not coming out to even claim the glory of sit at home that you and I and our former prime minister, encouraged our people about. Encourage them not to stop. Some people are trying to come and steal the glory now. But we don't care. What we want is freedom for everybody. And that is why we are asking everybody to come together and start supporting what the Biafran Republic government in exile is doing in Washington, D.C.
Good morning.
There's a lot going on. But we need to come together and get ourselves prepared. Because that call will come soon. And if we are not prepared, to take that call, we will suffer for another 1,000 years. I'm telling every one of you, it's not a cause. We need to prepare ourselves because the call is coming. And if we are not ready, we will all suffer for 1,000 years. Those of us in the homeland, Now is the time for you to locate your state admin and start doing the needful. That call will still come. And that call will come to the Biafran Republic government in exile. Because Grigi is the only entity, the only political entity that the American government recognized. Any other person that is telling you that the American government recognizes whatever he or she is doing, let the person show you the proof. Let the person show you the proof. Let the person also show you what the lobby, let the person show you the lobbies that he or she hired that is fighting for the recognition of Biafra in Washington, D.C. Even the one of the Nigerian terrorist government, we saw their own, they announced it. If they are not, anybody that is telling you that they are doing underground work, that person is an animal, is an idiot.
Political.
They don't hide it. Why didn't Nigeria hide their own? Then one idiot will come and tell you that they don't want to be shouting. They don't want to be. No, it's not something. It's not. If assuming that they are other lobbyists in Washington D.C., they would have been the Nigerian media or the international media would have published it. That the Biafran Republic government in exile lobbies, the so lobbies, and the so lobbies, these people that are fighting for Biafra, their lobbies, but they did not mention any other lobbies when they are putting up those reports. The only lobbies that they are mentioning is the one working for the Biafran Republic government in exile. Biafrans, we just need to open our eyes and our ears, and most especially our minds, and stop being carried away, and stop being deceived by these detractors. That doesn't mean well for the Biafran people. Now is the time for every one of you in homeland, bring your resources so we will take over our land, so we will drive this Fulani intermixed breed, according to Sister Stella. Sister Stella will say they are Fulani intermixed breed in Biafra land. People like Soludo, Hopeless Odinjo, the criminal P2B that is flying everywhere and there, having handshake all over the world. Alex Oti, the short man devil, secretly planning how to sell Biafra land, the old Abia state, to the Islamic world, going underground to make deals, to collect money from Islamic banks, the way Umar did when he was the governor of Ebonyi State. We know what we passed through as a people to liberate Ebonyi State from the hands of the Fulani Caliphate. Because Umar sold Ebonyi State to the Fulani people. Now, this Peter Oba come his own Mba, the criminal Yoruba man claiming to be Biafran, is now selling out Enugu State. And the people of old Enugu State, you guys need to wake up. Stop being deceived by this Fulani intermixed breed, on this Afonja intermixed breed that are in our midst. They are not there for us. They are all there against us. They are all there doing the will of the Sokoto Caliphate. They are not working for you. Because the Yoruba politicians, they are working for their people, defending their people, protecting their people. The Fulani are doing the same thing. The Hausa, there's no more Hausa because the Fulani have already, suppressed and subjugated the Hausas. And the same thing you see these useless Fulani intermixed breed politicians are doing is the same thing the Hausa people did. Sold up their people to these Fulani terrors. Before they knew it, they overran them. Took over their kingship. Took over their land. And then occupy all the political offices. And the Hausas, they are crying today. But they cost it. It's the same thing these useless politicians are doing in Biafra land. Playing the devil's card with the Fulani. And if you don't rise up now to stop them, we need to stop them. When the Iranians started their revolutionary protest, what did Donald Trump told them? Told them to fight for their freedom and take over their government institutions. Because those government institutions are where these blood-sucking demons always gather to plan the massacre of Biafrans. So we need to chase them out from those places, and we need a J and a Jema to do that. We cannot do it without a Jema. It's not possible. Go and read up the, okay, let me even tell you. So many people today believe in Israel everywhere you go, most especially those of us that are Christians. We believe in Israel. Now go and read the history, how Israel fought for their freedom. God did not come from above and fund the freedom of Israelites against the Arabic caliphate in the Middle East. They found their freedom. When I was reading this, I did not see anywhere where they said God now sent Angel Gabriel. Okay, go carry 2 billion Ejima and give to the Israeli government. Let them buy weapons. I did not read anywhere that they said, okay, God said Angel Gabriel, go and destroy the armor tankers of the Arabic Caliphate in the Middle East when they were fighting to eliminate Israel, to wipe Israel out from the surface of this planet Earth. They found, even people back home funded it. People, but the people that did most of the funding are people in diaspora. They were collecting tax from every one of their citizens, anywhere that you are in this world. If you work, if they pay you, there's a certain amount you need to send back home. They generated millions and millions of dollars that they used to buy. Israel did not start that war with jet fighters and this. No. They gathered that money and started purchasing, started building those things. Because they were all determined to get their freedom. America did not help Israel to fight. They did not help them to fight. It was even of recent that America started, aligning with Israel. During that war, they did not get any help from America.
Tell them.
How many are they? How many are we?
Israel and America could help them.
We are over 80 million people.
No. America can save her.
And we are still crying that we don't have a bed. That will go to Ikonso house today and drive that idiot away from there. And we are still crying. Over 80 million people cannot even get a bed that will go to Oka and chase this useless Fulani bastard Soludo out from that place. Please don't mind my language, but I'm just angry.
Say it the way it is.
I'm angry. Just a bird that will go there and just, you and see that place, everything that is there will just, start smelling. We can do it.
They don't care about you.
We can start with 1, 2.
I support to obituary. Now,
we have people that will pilot it.
Talk to be in the internet.
We have a place it will come.
Last election, they paid 500 just to talk to Obi in a Zoom.
The Biafran Defense Forces will do a base for it.
There are mad people everywhere. It doesn't support us
because we are at war. We need every agent to equip our people.
Even in the
we have scattered enough. Now is the time for every one of us to start building. Enough of the scattering. Bringing all those your resources into the basket of the Biafran Republic government in exile. There is no better time than now. Because the radar of the international community are all now focused on what is happening in our land. And I hope many of you heard our Prime Minister yesterday. He said something that they are waiting. They are waiting to see what we will do to trigger the attention of the world towards that region. They are waiting. They are watching. Because they will not just come. They will first of all watch how serious that you are. They will first of all watch and see how much you can be able to sacrifice for your freedom.
So, Villa, you're saying they want to see the seriousness in us that we need our freedom.
They have to see the seriousness in you. See, we should not be deceiving ourselves. They want to see the seriousness in you.
On a homeland.
When Trump told Iranian people that help is coming, did he go immediately? He said they should continue fighting and taking their institutions. They want to see, because they too, they paid for their freedom. They paid with their blood. Our people think that maybe freedom is something you just go, they will give to you. They want to see, because your determination, your seriousness, your commitment, your sacrifice will determine how you are going to protect that thing that they want to give to you. What you are fighting for is a country. You are not fighting for any organization. You are not fighting for Umuna. Before the world will give you freedom, they will first of all look you very well and see if you are serious. It's not about flying flags. Our supreme leader told every one of us this thing. It's not about wearing IPOB jersey in our okay. No.
Tell them. Flag.
Our supreme leader went to America. He said that they should have Nyangboru. That is what he requested.
Flag America
because he understand that you cannot get freedom on a platter of gold. You cannot get it only by speaking English. You must react, because some people want to put their interest in your hand. So if you cannot sacrifice, you cannot pay price, how can you not protect that their interest, the interest of their country, of their citizen? I don't know maybe if we are understanding what we are doing here. They are putting the interest of their citizen in your hand. If you can be able to pray, if you can be able to sacrifice to protect that interest, if wars come to war, that is what they are looking, your ruggedity, your mental toughness.
Washington, my lobbyists, my lawyers.
And that is one thing the Fulani people have mastered. Even after the bombing, they still keep doing what they are doing, and we cannot learn. Everywhere. We cannot learn. And if care is not taken, then we give them Nigeria, and all of you will go and serve them as slave. You think somebody will come and put the interest of his country in a lazy man's hand? No same country will do that. Nobody can put the interest of his citizen in a lazy man's hands. So don't keep sitting there and be talking about you want freedom and you are not doing it and you are not ready to sacrifice. You think that the Biafran Defense Forces that are sacrificing their lives inside those forests in Biafra land to protect, you think they are foolish? Then when they tell you to bring the 20 ejima, they tell you to bring 50 ejima, you will start complaining. You start trying to you
tax in 50,000.
Told everybody shouting God of Israel, God of Israel. God did not come from up to fight for the people of Israel. Go and read their history. They fought for themselves. Because even the Bible says, heaven help those who help themselves. Heaven can never help you if you don't help yourself. It's there in your scripture.
Oh, I'm supporting Biafra.
I'm not the one saying it. It's there in your holy books. Even in domain and as in onye kwedu chi ekwedu. That is why some people will come and say Ekwensu is the god of war. But if you are there being sluggish,
But
you
I
don't
have
want
a
to stand
question,
up.
bro.
Yeah.
Is it possible that now, like children of Israel, because God is with them, and then and then they go to war? Does it mean that when they go to war, because God is with them, they will and none of them will die? Is it possible that none of them will die?
If they go to war empty-handed, they will all die. Because our God is not a foolish God. If they go to war with empty hand, they will. Even Jesus Christ said, if you don't have sword, sell your garment and buy one. So why are you not going to war? Because you are the chosen one. You will not go to war. You will die. You will die. You have to get yourself prepared.
I'm supporting Biafra with Onu.
Not all about shouting. It doesn't end there. It doesn't end there. That if doesn't mean you will not do what you will do to protect yourself or protect your family, protect your wife and your children.
Okay, today, for example, our people were in the main market and on the market, shout, crying, okay, as soon as the military Soludo came and they started shooting in the air, what is that? Is that the way we will do the protest and get what we want? That's the question.
They are running away. Why the Iranians, the Persians are being persecuted? They are bringing protesters in Iran as we speak today, executing them. But they keep fighting. When the Islamic regime of Iran throw tear gas or shoot at them, they will go after them. These videos are all over social media. That is the zeal the world wants to see. They want to see that madness. You know, when our supreme leader will be saying that he needs more mad people, we think that maybe he's not joking, he's serious. The world needs mad people, because even Trump today that is taking all the decision, he also understands the system, and that is why he's doing everything that he's doing. They tried to kill him the last time, but God saved him. But that didn't stop him. They tried to imprison him. He has a mugshot today in the United States of America. But he did not stop. Even though he has prayer warriors all over the world that were praying for him, but he kept fighting. And the day they attempted to kill him, the next thing he did, he was telling the American citizens, fight, continue to fight, continue to fight. Even if they killed me, that was what he was doing. Even though if I die, continue to fight for your country. That was the hand he was making that day. And that same hand, our supreme leader normally make that hand. We need to wake up. We need to wake up. Sister Stella, I would like to hit my mic here now. You can.
Yes, so
Thank
you very much.
you.
They're not Ben, come back, come and take mic. Your co-host, don't go away. Yes, we need to really fight on. And we must not stop. That they kill any of our brother or any of our sister, that is not why we will stop. That's a terrorist Islamic Nigeria government. Islamic Sokoto Caliphate government. That they are shooting in the air. That is not why we will stop. Our people in Nigeria